Peace. What's going on, y'all? I'm doing this beat. I started it last night. I'm just gonna show you my process. And I'm gonna go an hour tops. So if you got an hour, rock with me. I'm using the MPC 2000xl and I'm using the EPS-16 Plus. So what I did was I chopped this. I got this frequency. Y'all call it samples, right? And here is the frequency. Play it again. So I got that right. Once I got that, when I got that, I went in it and I chopped the frequency. So I got I took the downbeat of every measure. And that's it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I gotta do is on the EPS-16 Plus, you see when I hit it, it don't do that. It just kind of it's like a stab, right? So I'm gonna hit edit. I'm gonna edit, and I'm gonna find that, and then I'm gonna hit edit envelope 3, and then I'm gonna come to my times, and I'm gonna go to my last times, and then as I hit this, like you'll know this on other like gear, like the MPC or the 3000, whatever. You'll know on the 2500, you'll know where you gotta go. I want this to play out. I want to release it. So I'm just going to slide this up and I'm going to listen. My endpoint not really cleaned up, but I'm going to clean it up with this release, this time release. You see how now when I hit it, it ring out, right? If I turn it all the way down like I had it by default, that's what I get. So what I'm going to ring it out though. That on I don't want that on the end. So that one is cool. So now I'm not exact, but I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more. And then I'm gonna come in. That's the wrong one, huh? Oh. And then this one here, I'm gonna go. So now I got the other chop. Now I'm gonna go into that you hear by itself. Look, now I'm gonna go. Only when I hit the key. I just want to hit the key one time. So I got. And then I'm gonna go to the next one. See how you hit it? It don't ring out. So now I'm gonna go in my edit. This one, the EPS-16 Plus or the EPS, and then I'm gonna ring that out. You hear that? So then I'm gonna go to my next one, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. Edit and then I'm gonna go. You remember you hear that on the end? I'm gonna take that out by doing my time release. Listen. You hear that? Now watch this. So that's cool. So now I'm gonna go in my next one, and I'm gonna go into my thing, and I'm gonna use my release again. every time I do a frequency, I'm always gonna let it ring out. But I ain't gonna let it ring all the way out. So if I went all the way out, you hear that? You hear that? I want to go. I want the last little part. And it's all dry. So now I'm gonna go. I got them set up. So I'm listening. So this one here is a little short, so I need to bring it out a little bit more. No, it's too much, so I'm gonna come down a little bit. All right, so that's cool. So now I'm gonna get my levels right after I get it to my drums. So what I did was I sampled a kick, snare, and a hi-hat into this from my MPC 2000, and this is the kick I got. The beauty of it is when I go to play the drums, I ain't just got to worry about that one tone. So I can go. So I go. You hear that? I'm just gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that by default like that. Right? So now but I did this all that let me tell you what I did. I did that sample. Let me just hit sample or pick an instrument. And then I did it all at 11.2. My sample rate was 11.2. So I wanted it to be grimy and gritty. So let me just cancel that. I just wanted to show you that real quick. So I'm going to go back to the kick. That's cool. So then here's the snare. But you got different parts of the snare and pitch. Right? So I just used different kicks when I was playing the drums. And then I had my hi-hat. Here's the hi-hat. You just find the one that will work for you. Find the one that works for you. I just use different ones. So here's what I came up with. My first sequence when I started this beat, I was like, I did the chop. Well, I sampled in the frequency, which was here. But it didn't sound like that from the album. I got a lot of artifacts in there. I want that. So then what I did was I just started playing around. I played some drum patterns. My drum patterns are going to change up as I move through my sequence. So this is sequence 1. So I know my hi-hat is a little too loud, so I got to turn that down. I'm going to turn that down, right? Off the rhythm, turn it down. And my snare hitting a lot harder. I don't want to hit like that. just gonna start turning it down. But when I did this, I was like, I was freaking my drum. I was like, instead of hitting this all the time, I was like, you know that ghost kick. You see that? And you could do this on any sampler. You just gotta know. You just gotta add on to what I'm telling you. So instead of you doing like this note is that kick, and then this note would be you pitch it down. You already got them already laid out, so I can go. Right? So, all right, so I did that. And then what I did was I just started playing this shit. But I'm going to turn this down some. I'm going to turn it down, and I got to go back to all. And I'm just going to turn them down. I'm going to turn it. And then I just played the chops. So my shit is too low, so I'm gonna turn them up some. So if I didn't set my release time, I wouldn't be able to do that. So then I went from that, and then I just started playing different sequences, and here's the sequence I came up with. The first three is 2 bars, and then I appended my if you want to append like this sequence is 2 bars. Watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2. Boom. If I want to append that, I just hit Command sequence, and then I go to append. So that's going to double the bar. If it's 2 bars, it's going to make it 4 bars. If it was 4 bars, it would make it 8 bars, and so forth. So let's go back to the sequences, and these are the sequences that I created. I didn't want to like really go in and show you how I did the beat all the way. You kind of get the concept. So I was like, sequence 2. So that I was like, I did that. But before I go back to that, I want to go back to these chops here. To make it not so dry, I'm going to add some effects to it. And then Let me see if I can remember where the fuck the effects was. So I'm gonna load these effects up. So load effects. When you're saving anything, you gotta. So I'm gonna load them up. So that's cool. So now when I play the beat, I got my effects with it. You hear the delay on there? So you hear that, right? So it sounded, I got the frequency and delay, which is versus with no delay. Listen. And I had no delay. Look. And here's with the delay. You gotta kind of move with the beat. That's what I want you to understand. So after I done that, this is the breakdown. I went in and I changed my drums up. I just added some 16th notes. So I was like, and then I added the bass line and the ha-ha. So what I did with the ha, I used the same. You hear it ring out versus if I didn't have no delay, it'd be like this. But I want the delay. So then after I done that, I went to sequence 3. This is sequence 3, and I'm gonna play 4. Moving up. I changed the drums up. And then I added the bass. So that's like grooving in the EPS. Now my job is to take this and put it into the computer. And then I'll be able to manipulate it a lot more than what I'm actually doing. So that's what I got. And then my bass line was just basically let me get the bass right. I started from here. So I didn't start on the downbeat. I waited for the kick and then I started the bass line. So if I use that same formula I was telling you, it's all formulas. If I use I can let this ring out. So I'm gonna hit edit, edit envelope 3. Now watch how you hear the bass. When I start doing. Look. See how it's ringing out versus a stab. I'm gonna go back to my original, and that's how I came up with the bass line. Then I switched it up. So instead of me going, I just stabbed it. I just stabbed it. I didn't play it all that, I didn't do that. I didn't hold it down. I was like, you can however you want to freak it, man. So now what I gotta do is, which has been a problem for me, I'll do that beat and then I don't wanna dump it into the computer. Fuck that. That shit is done. It's saved on floppy disk. I save it on my floppy. It took me 4 floppies to make this beat, to save it on this. And then that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna go back from the top. I'll start it from here. 1. Let me get my tracks right. Start from here. That's the groove right there. That, bro, show what, get it, show how you flow, how you blood. I'm with Cat 4 City. And then I come in with the next song. The bass line is just it's my first draft. Here's the second draft bass line. Back to the one. Baseline. Coming around right now. So once I've done that, I'm listening. You have to listen. So that bass line might not really be in the pocket, but once I dump in the computer, I can adjust it in pitch. If a note is off, I'll adjust it. So right now it's just all live. I just did that all live. And that's basically what you get. That's really the beat. But there's going to be other stuff in there that's going to help me add transitions. So I do every 4 bars or every 2 bars, and then I transition. So normally I go 4 and then I transition, or normally I go 2 with a transition, and then I come back to the 2 and then I hit a 4. So I'm transitioning my rhythm, and that's basically it. I want to thank you for watching. My name is Granddaddy Frost, man. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Elevation Productions, Productions with the Z. I want to thank you for watching, man. I got a beat tape coming out in the next 10 days, man. I'm doing 10 beats. So I'm already up. I'm up 100 beats. So I'm going to go ahead and get into mixing. That's my problem. I don't like to mix.